Usually we have Matt Ryan on Mondays. Matty Ice comes in, he breaks down QBs, but Matt Ryan gave us his notes. He gave us the quarterback of the week, and he said, I'm going to shoot a commercial. So we are here, me, Mike Renner, Kyle Long, going to break down some quarterbacks off the rip. And we'll start with his quarterback of the week because Jayden Daniels, rookie, second overall pick for the Washington Commanders, earns this award. And this wasn't even Jayden Daniels' best game of the season, which is wild to say. Rookies winning the award in probably the second best game of the season. I mean, he was better last week. He had objectively, a few off-target throws this week as opposed to last week. He had that bad pick. But the first quarterback Jayden Daniels became in NFL history with 85% completion percentage in back-to-back games. He has the highest completion percentage in a 4-game span in the NFL since 1970. That's 82.1%. Highest completion percentage in a 2-game span since 1970, 88.7%. Most rushing yards by a quarterback in his first 4 starts for all time. That's tied.
If the guy had 20 yards rushing on the season, it would still be as impressive because of his ability to throw the football well, accurately, on time, and be explosive in the passing game. But then you add to that the fact that he is running essentially better than Lamar Jackson has ran in his career. In my opinion, the guy looks faster.
Yeah.
The guy looks to have more confidence with the football, and it's hard to imagine a quarterback with more confidence than Lamar Jackson carrying the football. But Jayden Daniels, he's got it. He's got Riz. He's got aura. He's got the juice. Whatever these guys are talking about, he's got it. Jayden Daniels has it. So much fun to watch, though. That's why he's the quarterback of the week.
I mean, it does remind me a little bit of one of those names on this list. Now, I'm not going to put that career on him, but this was RG3 off the rip.
Yeah.
Where it's RG3 wasn't missing throws. He was faster than everyone else on the football field, and that offense just hummed. And the impact a guy like that, a guy like Jayden Daniels, a guy like RG3 did, the impact those guys have on the running game cannot be understated because this Washington running game is operating better than we've ever seen them last year. It is night and day from a year ago. Some of that's on the offensive line. They're playing fantastic in front of him. But Jayden Daniels is a factor in a lot of that in terms of him being able to add on to it and just take that attention away because the RPO game there in Washington is almost unstoppable at this point. Jayden Daniels is making the correct decision every single time. He's not missing throws when he's given them, and that's a recipe to just pound the ball down the football field in teams. That's how you see 38 last week, 42 points this week. This is one of, if not through 4 weeks, the best offense in the NFL right now.
Yeah, it's been so much fun to watch. And to your point about the offensive line, they've been great. And, they add some guys. They've got Cosme in there, who's a really good player. But then you add guys like Andrew Wiley and Nick Allegretti. And I think this is something that's been unsaid in the last few weeks. These guys know how to win football games. They came from Kansas City. They came from a place where they had the utmost, ultimate faith in their quarterback and their coaching staff to put their star player, Jayden Daniels, in position to make plays. And what we've seen is a group that's bought in. Offensively, the defense is coming around, playing better. But it's this offense. They believe in this guy. They know that when they get off the bus at whatever stadium they're at in America or worldwide, they're going to have a chance to win with Jayden Daniels. It's been so much fun to watch. And, yeah, I had questions about the O-line at the beginning of the year, but they're playing great. They're blocking people up in pass and run. They're a dangerous group, man.
I love that you brought up Lamar Jackson because I think it's, we're at the point where we can start talking about ceiling for Jayden Daniels. We don't just have to talk about is he or isn't he. Yeah, he is. The man is a franchise quarterback at this point. You don't do what he did and all of a sudden turn into a bench warmer, right? He's got it. It's just where does his ceiling go? Because I think from a tools perspective, he does not have an absolute cannon for an arm. He's not that guy. He is on the skinnier side. So, yeah, he can run. But it's not
he's full-blown skinny.
But, yeah, you're not going to pound him in the running game. He's just the threat's there. You're not going to really fully buy into those legs. And we saw what happened with another skinny quarterback in RG3 and the knee injury he had and how that really derailed his career. So that's the last thing you want to do to him at this point. But to me, when you go apples to apples with a guy like Lamar Jackson, he's a lot more accurate. I think he plays just a little bit more consistently in timing than Lamar does. And
who does he throw like? Who does he remind you of as a thrower?
Just a pure release. Gosh, I mean, it's a really aesthetically pleasing release. It's he has very, very good throwing mechanics. I'm trying to think of a comp for him. I mean, Lamar does too. I don't think that's a crazy from just how they get rid of the football standpoint. But you look at the numbers there. No, not a lot of people as accurate as him. Now, again, this offense, if I were to describe this
82-1,
offense,
and they're not at the line of scrimmage. I mean, this guy's driving the football down the field.
Well, it's a lot of bring you up underneath to worry about the running game, quick passing game. Like, that's what it is, a lot. But then, I think I said earlier today on the Pushing the Pile podcast, I said he takes a profit every time he sees it, but he will make you pay if you start creeping up and take those away. He is aggressive when he needs to be, and he will take good chances down the football field. And we saw it at the end of the Bengals game. We're obviously talking about him as quarterback of the week in week 4 here, but week 3, going back to that Bengals game, the throw he made on 3rd down against a 0 blitz
taking
with a free
shot,
man coming under him and a go ball to Terry McLaurin, that's stuff that guys have been in the league 8 to 10 years aren't willing to do, right? Like, that's just like you have it or you don't. And right now, I think it's very clear that Jayden Daniels has.
It's got to be so nice. It's kind of a microcosm of the entire team's renaissance here in D.C. When you think about Terry McLaurin and the skill set he has and the amount of reps that he's been open and the ball just hasn't found him in years past. He hasn't had the success that he knows he can have with his talent. Now you get a guy like Jayden Daniels. There is real chemistry there between him and Terry McLaurin. It's going to be dangerous throughout the entire season. They're only going to get better, in my opinion.